The most impactful decision you will ever make is the decision to take control of your life, to stop waiting, to stop hoping, to stop blaming, and to finally decide that you are the creator of your destiny. That single decision, the decision to own your life, will shape every moment that follows. It's not something that happens by chance. It's something that happens when you say to yourself, enough. No more excuses. No more waiting for someone else to change my world. This is my time. You see, most people live their lives reacting. They react to their circumstances, to their past, to their fears. They let life happen to them instead of deciding to make life happen for them. But the instant you decide to take full responsibility, everything changes. Because when you own your life, you own your power. A real decision isn't a wish or a hope. A decision means you've cut off any other possibility. When you truly decide, there's no going back. You commit with every cell of your being. You say, this is who I am now. That's when transformation begins. Every major breakthrough in human history came from someone who decided. Someone who said, I'm done living small. I'm done living in fear. I'm going to make my life count. Think about it. What has shaped you most in life? Not the easy times, but the moments when you decided to rise above the pain, to turn a challenge into an opportunity, to take control of your own destiny. I remember times in my life when I had nothing, no money, no certainty, no clear future. There were days when we had no food. I could have decided that life was unfair, that I didn't stand a chance. But I made a different decision. I decided that I was going to change, that I was going to find a way to make life better, not just for me, but for everyone I could reach. That decision didn't instantly change my circumstances, but it changed me. And when you change yourself, your world begins to change with you. Because the truth is, it's never the conditions of your life that determine your destiny. It's your decisions. We all know people who've faced tragedy and turned it into triumph. We've also seen people who've had everything handed to them but still live in misery. The difference is meaning. What they decide things mean, and what they decide to do about it. You can't always control what happens, but you can always control what it means to you. That's power. When something painful happens, you can decide that it's the end, or you can decide that it's the beginning. You can decide that life is punishing you, or you can decide that life is preparing you. The most impactful decision you will ever make is to choose to live in a beautiful state, to live with gratitude, courage, and passion, no matter what's happening around you. Because no matter what you have, if you live in fear, anger, or resentment, you're suffering. But if you live in love, growth, and appreciation, you're free. So many people wait. They wait for the right moment, the right time, the right opportunity. But the truth is, there is no right time. The right time is the moment you decide. When you commit, truly commit, the universe responds. Doors begin to open. Opportunities appear. People come into your life that align with your vision. But it all begins with that decision. The decision to raise your standards. To say, I will no longer settle for less than I can be, do, or give. Because the quality of your life is a direct reflection of the standards you hold for yourself. If you tolerate stress, fear, or mediocrity, you'll live that way. But if you decide that your life will be extraordinary, if you demand more of yourself than anyone else would ever expect, you'll find a way to make it happen. Maybe right now you're facing something tough. Fear, uncertainty, pain. Maybe you've been holding on to a story that says, I can't because... But what if today you decided that story ends here? What if you decided that your past does not equal your future? That your history is not your destiny? That everything you've been through has been training you for this moment? There's a part of you that already knows what to do. There's a part of you that's strong, that's courageous, that's unstoppable. It's the part that's been waiting for you to wake up and say, let's go. That part of you is your true self, the one that doesn't live in fear, the one that remembers your purpose. You have to decide to awaken that part, to stop living by your limitations and start living by your vision, to stop asking, what if I fail, and start asking, what if I fly? Life is always offering you two choices, growth or comfort. You can't have both. Comfort keeps you where you are. Growth pulls you to where you're meant to be. The decision to grow is the decision to live, because progress equals happiness. When you grow, you feel alive. When you give, you feel fulfilled. And when you decide to live in that state every day, life stops being a struggle and becomes an adventure. So, what's the most impactful decision you can make right now? It's to take back your power. To stop letting fear, doubt, and other people's opinions control your destiny. To say, "This is my life, and I will make it extraordinary." Decide to love fiercely. Decide to forgive quickly. Decide to give without keeping score. Decide to be grateful for every breath. Decide that no matter what happens, you will find a way to use it for something good. And once you make that decision, live it every single day. Because a decision without action is just a wish. You have to take that decision and back it with absolute certainty. You have to embody it, breathe it, live it, until it becomes who you are. And when that happens, when you align your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with your decision, you become unstoppable. Life begins to move through you. You don't chase things anymore. You attract them. You become the kind of person who doesn't just survive. You thrive. That's the power of a decision. It's the spark that ignites transformation. It's the force that turns fear into fuel, pain into power, and dreams into reality. So decide today. Decide that you will no longer live small. Decide that you will no longer let the past hold you back. Decide that you will live with purpose, with passion, with gratitude, and with love. Because the most impactful decision you will ever make is not something that happens once. It's something you live every day, in every choice, in every moment. It's the decision to show up for life, to embrace it fully, to make it count. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that everything, every success, every challenge, every breakthrough began with that one decision. The decision to take control, the decision to rise, the decision to live fully and fearlessly as the person you were always meant to be.